What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 32 of the Nightly Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with Dave and Chris. Boys, so actually, right before jumping on the podcast, I saw this video and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So it was, you've maybe seen, it's these two guys, and Joey Chestnut was on their podcast, and they proposed the question. It's you have to eat one hot dog and you have to run 100 meters, and it's him versus Usain Bolt. Who wins the race?
I think he wins the race.
Joey
Joey
thinks he
wins.
does too. But one hot dog, like how fast do you think in a competition setting you could eat one hot dog?
40 seconds.
Oh, I could do faster than that. 28. 20, 25 seconds. 20 to 25 seconds. I could probably in a competition setting take it down in 2 bites.
So Joey
Actually, I just tested that theory. That's 12 seconds for me.
12.
So if I go,
Yeah,
So Joey Chestnut,
that was good.
that's 12.
Joey Chestnut, he said he can eat a solo hot dog in 2 seconds.
He could.
I mean, looking at him, he's not in terrible shape. So do you want to give him like, I don't know what the average male runs in 100-meter in, but do you want to say total for him, it's 20 seconds for 100-meter in hot dog?
I think he could probably, yeah.
Do you think we want to give him an 18-second 100? So that means Usain has to eat a hot dog in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I don't think he can do it.
I think he could.
I think if I'm him, I don't know if you can pick your order. I run the 100 first, and then he knows how much time he has left with the dog. Because you know Chestnut's going to go dog first.
If you can pick the order.
But
Yeah.
I think it'd be a close race.
It could be close, but I'm sticking with my gut. I think that
I
Joey
think
Chestnut
the
pulled
2-second
off.
hot dog
That's a
will
game
be-
changer.
That's too hard to overcome.
That is an absolute game changer.
I'm staying on
2
Usain.
seconds. That's 2 seconds to eat a hot dog is crazy.
That is crazy.
But he eats what, 72 in 10 minutes, 68, 72, somewhere in there.
That's just crazy.
Like that's just like
It's ridiculous,
swallowing it.
honestly.
Like that's not even chewing. He's literally just swallowing a
Well,
hot
they're
dog.
dunking the bread in water and stuff too, so it's different.
Yeah, that
I know, but,
saturated
like,
bread.
Hot dog
That's
gone. It's gone.
2 seconds.
Like
Yeah.
chewing. Like he's hardly chewing. You're just bite swallow.
I
It's
think
just
One
that's
whole
it.
hot dog.
He's just pelicaning it.
That guy's got to have a wide
Nope.
throat.
Got to.
Got to.
How
You
big
could probably
do
fit a
think that-
semi truck down that thing.
Do you think Sam still thinks he could beat him in a shotgun? Probably.
I think Sam
probably
thinks he
beat
could
him
do
in a
anything in the
shotgun.
whole world.
Dude, here. I will stand up for Sam on this. He probably could beat. I mean, I don't know what Joey Chestnut's beer drinking.
I mean, if
game
he
is,
can
but
basically swallow a
pretty
hot
easy.
dog, I think he could probably let some liquid just fall
mean,
down there.
Sam can pretty much swallow a whole beer. So
I know in one gulp.
I know, but like, again, it's very impressive how quickly Sam can shotgun a beer. But
Have you guys
you
ever
take the
seen-
hot dog logic to that. Joey Chestnut, I feel like, has to be able to put it down.
Do you guys remember in high school that kid Connor Nichols
Yes, swallowing water, like
swallowing water bottle? Like not the bottle.
he would
but-
take a water
would take the
bottle,
bottle and
and
just
he
go,
would just
boom.
scrunch it, and then it would just.
and it would be gone. It was the craziest thing ever.
fire hydrant style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
it was
I
pretty
know.
wild.
So I
That
feel-
sounds like a recipe to throw up.
I
Yeah,
saw him do
when you
two
learn
once.
that you can do that, him trying it with then other things, like his buddies just being like, "Hey, I bet you can't do that with this."
Ketchup,
Bet you
hands him a
can't do-
ketchup
yeah.
bottle.
yeah.
Doesn't tell him that it's just a water bottle of vodka, and he just
I think he did
Ooh.
that one time. I think he did that one time.
No.
oh, bleh.
And I think he
Instant death.
immediately vomited. Yeah.
Instant chunder.
Chunder City, some would say. But Hey, real quick, how about the boys going with all solid t-shirts tonight? We got two
Sure,
white,
why not?
we got two whites and a black. No
Do I
race
need
thing
to go
going on here.
change?
You might
No.
need to. You might need. Well, no, we're a diverse pod here.
Yeah.
Am I the only one with long sleeves?
Yeah.
We support all of those with those of other colored shirts.
Are those just like plain Fruit of the Loom? We working with Hanes? What kind of brand we rocking here?
You guys know what I got on. Come on. It's all I wear. It's the only shirts I ever wear. I got the BYLT on, the belt.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I didn't
I
know
wear
that
them
was your
all the
brand.
time. I wear them all the time.
Well, no, I knew that, but how was I supposed to know that that was the plain white T-shirt you were wearing?
I'm more of I don't have any
Intuition?
built, but I've had cuts purchased for me and I
Yeah.
like the cuts shirt as well. That's a quality shirt.
That's a quality
Agreed.
shirt. I think what I got on right now is a quality Fruit of the Loom.
a little Fruit of the
Nice.
Loom. That gets the job done every time.
Do you remember their commercials with all those guys dressed up as fruit?
So
I
apparently
do.
that's one of those it's like the Mandela effect,
Yeah, the
I believe
Mandela.
is
I remember that.
so apparently Fruit of the Loom, it is rumored like they came out and said that at no point did they have like a cornucopia of fruit in their logo. And people were like, no, that's wrong. They remembered when their logo had a cornucopia of fruit. And then like
When you use the word cornucopia, is that like a fruit bowl?
yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
Well, kind of. It's a basket.
yeah.
A basket. Okay. Sorry.
And
Continue.
the video that I saw, someone found it was like a
The girl
vintage fruit-
investigated
yeah,
it. Yeah.
And she's like, no, I had like she found one. So Fruit of the Loom was just friggin' lying.
They
They were-
gaslit us.
And they did. They made us think
they
that we
had the
didn't know.
cornucopia. Some of those are
We
pretty
always
crazy
knew.
though. But
Some
I
of
don't-
those are.
I don't know if it really is crazy or if it's just people are dumb.
I don't know if people are dumb though. If like,
Because
I
like
mean,
one
people
of
are
them,
dumb, but
one of
like,
them, like when you watch like, or if you did like a quiz of like Mandela effect stuff, and one of them's like Chick-fil-A, is there a K or is there not? It's like, well, that's just people not paying attention. That's not
Yeah.
like a Mandela effect, in my opinion.
that one I agree. But there's others where I'm like, hold on a second. Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of an example right now, but there are some that I've seen like on TikTok or Reels, and I'm like, that's
Wait a
not
second.
correct.
Yeah. But at
Yeah.
the same time, is it just like, oh, I haven't thought about Fruit of the Loom in so long. Maybe they did have a cornucopia. Like, it's not like,
Looney Tunes. How is it spelled?
LOON.
is it Y or EY? Which
I
I'm
thought
sure
it
is
was-
that.
I thought it was EY.
I think it is too.
Yep.
And then Tunes is TUNES.
Was
Unlike,
it? Or was
Is
it
it?
TOONS?
no, I think it's TUNES, but everyone thinks it's OO because tune, like cartoon.
Correct.
Yeah,
The peanut butter. Jiffy or Jif?
Jif.
it's Jif. It is Jif.
It's Jif.
It's Jif.
Yeah. Look, see, we're smart people who pay attention.
Did Curious George have a tail or not?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Did he?
Nope. Never
He
had a tail.
didn't?
See,
What?
but that's the thing. It's just like I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
How's Febreze spelled?
FEBREZE.
Correct. A lot of
Ooh,
people think there's two E's.
I would have said two E's.
No.
Is it Oscar Mayer or Oscar Meyer?
Like, isn't it M A?
A or
M
E?
A?
A
I think
or
it's
E?
I think it's an MA, isn't it?
There it is, an MA.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. See?
that's not
Hey,
bad.
we pay attention here.
Go us.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? So I got another question for you guys. So this one
Sure.
happened
Sure.
today. I went to happy hour with some coworkers after work because
I was
went to
wondering
hap-
why you were not responding to my text
Yeah,
messages.
yeah. I was at happy hour with some friends. Because of that, I was not able to come home and get dinner. So I got dinner for Kristen at the place we were at. And while I was waiting for dinner, I was just chilling at the bar by myself. Ordered myself a beer while waiting for dinner.
Of
What
course.
is your guys' thought
As
on
is your
the-
right.
What is your guys' thought on just the solo sit at the bar? I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
No, yeah.
I
no,
don't
it's-
do it often, obviously. The only time I would like find myself doing that is at my old job, like the rare times where I traveled for work, like maybe at the
Yeah.
airport
Solo
bar,
airport beer. I was just gonna say.
or like if you're overnight at the hotel, maybe you sit at like the hotel bar.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's peaceful. I don't mind it.
No,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Well, and especially during travel, like travel's prime time.
Like
Yeah.
I think it would be a problem if like on like every Saturday you guys asked me what I was doing and I was like sitting at the bar by myself watching sports. Like that might be problematic, but the every so often it's nice.
Chris, do you ever do that?
I don't. But I do the solo airport beers for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Travel beers definitely, but I'm not going out and getting beers on my own. No.
No, you're not doing it?
On a Friday, you don't find yourself at the local watering hole.
Nope.
At a place called the Watering Hole?
I don't even drink water.
That's not good.
Gotta hydrate.
No, that was one of the two. We'll get into the other reason in a minute, but that was one of the two reasons I was mad last night because I traveled for work to Kansas City and I got there kind of late but around my hotel were a bunch of like bars and restaurants and stuff. And so I hadn't eaten. So I was like, oh, I'll go and like get a beer at one of these places and maybe order some food.
Yep.
And all of them closed at 9 and I got to the hotel at 8:40. I was like,
Too bad.
I mean, that is a Tuesday.
it was a Tuesday. Yeah.
I feel like 9 is still early, but
Yeah.
it's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. Like if I would have driven somewhere,
What kind
farther
of
away-
what area of Kansas City were you in?
the plaza.
That is a little
So-
nicer area, so it's not like your average run of the mill, just like bar and grill that might stay open.
But still,
a little
9
late.
seems
A little
early.
early. And there was a Mexican restaurant right there, Chewy Mexican
Have
restaurant.
you ever been to the Oliver there? It's a
I've
great
not.
restaurant there down the plaza. You'd love it. It's a great
Mhm.
spot.
Well, I saw it last night on my
Would
Google
I like it or
Maps.
just Dave?
You would actually, I think Adam would like it more.
Okay.
Probably.
Wow. Okay.
As a
okay.
foodie kind of guy?
know, but
Unbelievable cocktails there.
He just said you'd love it, so I was like, would I like it too? I
Well,
wanna
yeah.
know.
And if it's like a foodie type place, then Adam would like it more.
He would
Tis-
love it.
tis
He would
my
actually
cup of
like the
tea.
vibe too.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a story from my day today. So I had to drive 2 hours this morning and I had to be there at 8. So I left at like 5:45
Yep.
Mhm.
and there was traffic because there was a construction shutdown. So I was running late because I had to be at this place on like at 8. And I get off the highway and I'm running late and I am flying. Like I'm going 60 and a 35 to get
Yep.
to this meeting on time.
Oh man.
And I just got off the highway, so it doesn't feel as fast. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Uh-oh.
I see the cop right away.
Oh no.
And for 2 seconds, I had the split second memory of way back in my political days. I was hanging out with the highway patrol that was like the security detail. And they said, if you ever are speeding and you see the cop and you know you're going to get pulled over, give them a wave and a head nod. And sometimes they'll let you off by showing that like you realize that you're being an
Yeah,
idiot. And that
you're like, sorry.
Yeah, you say you're sorry. So I was like, all right. I give this guy a wave and I was like, kind of shook my head, looked down. He let me go.
Let's go.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
great. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I was
love that.
100% sure this dude was coming out behind me. I was already stressed about being late to this meeting. I was like, I'm going to have to call 6 people and tell them I got pulled over and not going to make it to this meeting. And I was like, immediately just dread. And he let me go. He must
Dude,
have known.
that is a great like tip. I've never heard that before.
Just
Well,
like
and-
own it. Just like
I think it's that, but I also think that in general, it's like common for police officers to tell like their families and spouses to do that. And so then when it happens to a police officer, they kind of assume you're somewhat of a family or a spouse because you know the kind of it's like the
Yeah.
Jeep wave, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe there's an element of that to it as well. But gosh, was that a break that I got today?
You
I'm gonna
have
test
let
the
cat
theory.
out of the
I think I'm
bag.
just gonna start speeding past cops and just Dave can get
Yeah.
it fixed for me. So I'll just
Also,
we'll
full
test the theory,
transparency.
see the odds.
my tags are definitely expired too, like my registration tag. So that would have been a fat ticket. That would have been
I'm
250 for the
familiar with
speeding
that ticket.
and probably
You
like
are.
300, 400, maybe 500 for the expired tags. That was an $800 bomber that I dodged.
I
It's
can
not
speak.
that
I can
much,
speak
yeah.
from experience because I got pulled over with 2-year expired tags,
Ooh.
and it was just a non-moving violation.
Yeah, it is a non-moving violation. So
Like
it's actually not as
I had
much,
to
Chris.
I had to pay like interest on, or not interest, but it was like a late fee on when I actually finally went to update my tags. But it was just like a standard late fee. It wasn't like for like 1 month this fee, 6 months this fee. It was just late fee.
So
not nearly as bad.
I think the reason I was thinking that is because I once, a long, long time ago, got pulled over, and it was right after. Well, it wasn't right after. It was a while after I had bought a new car, and so I had just changed the plates over, but I hadn't updated the registration, and that I did get a fat ticket for
Did
because
you?
it was like the license registered to like a different car, so they almost even thought it was like stolen when they pulled me
Oh,
over,
yeah.
and it was not good. He had me come sit in the front seat of his car, and he was like, why haven't you done this? It's been 8 months or something since you bought the car. And I was like, I don't know, I'm 21, man.
I didn't
Like,
know I had to do this.
he's like, you didn't know you had to change your, like, update your registration when you got a new car? And
He's like,
well,
"Are you an idiot?"
yeah, he's like, well, here's a big ticket to make you understand. And I was
It's
like,
like,
damn. That was a
thanks,
Lake of the
guy.
Ozarks too.
Wow. Well, Chris,
Full
if you
circle.
get any tickets in Iowa or Illinois, if you're over on that side of the river,
I am.
I am not going to be able to do anything about it. So get all your tickets in Missouri.
I actually think it's impossible to get a ticket in Illinois.
What?
It's just unbelievable how they drive there. Well, like
It's true.
on the way to
That's
Chicago,
true.
like the speed limit is 20 over the speed limit when you're on like the tollways or like the highways around the city. And
I've
there's no
noticed that.
blinkers. It's unbelievable. Like it's the Wild West.
Well, and even people who live in Southern Illinois who then come over to the Missouri side to go to work or whatever, those people are always flying around everybody.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
we lived with one of our roommates when we lived in Dogtown together, was a cop, and he said, he's like, we will not pull you over downtown because we have like bigger needs
Yeah.
to attend
Yeah.
to. So like
Crime.
exactly. So like downtown people drive like idiots, and I'm like, what are we doing here? It's like because they've realized that they can get away with that because
Yeah.
there's serious things happening in our downtown that
Especially
are more pressing.
especially when you get to like that bridge, Bush Stadium part of the
Yeah.
highway there. They're flying over
and
there
where
'cause
would there
they know
even be
there's
any
yeah.
cops?
There's no, because they know it's like almost Illinois, but it's also still Missouri, and there's no cops on that road anyways, because it's like it's between the highway patrol and the city police, and like they kind of go back and forth on who runs it, and they just
Yeah.
are cruising there for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. But, well, Chris's legal tip of the week, just the tip, not legal advice, is to wave at police officers when you go flying by.
Just smile and wave, boys.
Smile
Smile
and
and
wave.
wave.
Act like you belong there.
Exactly.
All right. So last week, Dave, we told you that we wanted you to commit to Peaky Blinders, but you have decided to commit in a different direction that we are still very happy about. So let the folks know what you're up to, and we're going to get into it a little bit.
All right. So Chris has been giving me a lot of crap for a long time about not watching these Marvel movies. And I dove in last week, and now I'm hooked, and I can't
Head
unhook
first
myself.
into the deep end.
So since we were here last week, and this comes out on a Friday, so since last Friday, I have watched Captain America, the first Avenger, Iron Man 2, Thor, the Avengers, and Thor, the Dark World, all in the last week.
That's solid.
It's
Wow.
a real solid performance.
And one of those was before jumping on this pod,
Yep.
Yep.
which we started at 8, and you probably got home from work at like
I got home.
5:30.
Yeah, 5:30, and I
So just
started it at
immediately
6.
fired up the movie.
Started
Bam.
it at 6, and it was done at 7:50, and then I was on the laptop at 8.
Oh,
Beautiful.
impeccable timing.
That was Thor. the
So
Dark
for
World.
some transparency, Dave, I knew I would get Dave hooked with Iron Man. Although, if you had to pick between Iron Man and Captain America, who do you like more?
Iron Man.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just wanted to check because you do like your like World War II history and
I
stuff
do.
like that. So I could see you being appealed to Captain America, but
Great film, but
I
Captain
agree.
America's a loser.
I knew I would
He,
get you
he is
hooked.
a,
It's
he
true. I
is a
mean, he
loser.
is
He
just
is
the
a
nerd.
loser.
He's the nerd. But
Yes.
I
And
knew
then
I
the
would get you
first in
hooked
the
with Iron
event,
Man. So you started with Iron Man 1, then went back to Captain America, and now you're going in MCU timeline,
yeah,
correct?
chronological order.
Except
yeah.
for Captain Marvel.
I did watch Captain Marvel, and it was because I talked to Adam, and he's like, "Good movie, but you don't have to watch that one to know what's going on." Like, as in it,
Especially because technically, like chronologically, it falls as the second movie, but it was like
Yeah.
the
One of
sixth,
the-
like the 15th movie released. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Phase 3 or something like that.
yeah.
so so I am loving it, it's impossible. I was saying earlier, it's impossible to rank them. Like, I did like this is a hot take apparently, but then I went on Google and there's people who agree with me. But hot take is that I liked Iron Man 2 more than the first Iron Man.
I agree
Yeah.
with it. Well,
I think
I do
just
and
like
I don't.
I just like the nostalgia of Iron Man 1 and knowing that like the success of that movie is what created all of this.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And it's just Tony Stark getting into his own. Like, you
Yeah.
see him in the lab for the first
He's
time.
eating Burger King.
But I do think that Iron Man 2 is so important because it, like, if you don't break down Tony Stark to be like a little bit more humble, and that it's kind of when he was going overboard and, you know,
Yeah.
being a little bit too ridiculous with things and not sharing and all that kind of stuff. So you had to kind of vilify him just a tiny bit to make him even more lovable down the road.
And I loved the action sequences in Iron Man 2. It was a lot of action.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1
Just
wasn't
wait for
as
Iron
much.
Man 3. Ugh.
Well, it's coming in hot after this pod recording's done.
What's amazing about these movies is like, so when I was saying you completed phase 1, and you'll kind of see this as you progress into the later phases and stuff like that, but they plan them out in the phases. So like they know that the movies will somehow connect to other movies that are developed, and so they like think about that. And so like the first movie of phase 3, and then there's 15 more movies after that with all different characters and like new characters coming in and all kinds of stuff, but it all connects at the end and it's all like connected, and it's just wild how they plan it all out in advance somehow.
They've
Like,
almost
literally.
made it too much of that though, where like the addition of the TV shows has really just made it like too much of a commitment for me. It's just so much to
Sure.
watch. And like I said it to Dave, like you ultimately could watch any of these movies as standalone movies and you'd still be able to appreciate it. It's just like little things that some people will catch on that like you wouldn't catch on to.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, and I
They're
thought that
great.
it was kind of crazy, and going to what you were talking about, how they like interconnect them all though. I'd have to go look, and I haven't looked, but the way the Avengers movie ended, and then the beginning of Thor: The Dark World was almost like
Right.
automatic transmission.
Yep.
Or like not
Sure,
Transition.
automatic
Transition.
transmission too.
Automatic
Put it in
transmission.
drive and you're going.
Look,
you're
I'm just at a
going.
loss for words over here. I'm so ecstatic about it. Holy cow. But no, like it was a perfect transition.
It really
And-
was.
But
And that's what we're known for here on the pod.
it's perfect.
The perfect
transition.
transmission.
Yeah, exactly. But well, and going back to what I said so earlier, I said that I was mad last night for 2 reasons, and one was not there was no bars open. 2, the second reason. So I get to my hotel room then after coming to this realization, I'm like, all right. So last night I was like, I'm going to watch Thor: The Dark World tonight, and then before the pod
Can I interrupt you
recording.
here, Dave?
yeah,
And guess what happened?
Guess what happened?
Was it not a smart TV so you couldn't watch anything?
It was not a smart TV, first of all. Second of all, I stayed in this courtyard on the plaza, which it was a nice hotel, really, really old, like looked like an old apartment building or something that they turned into a hotel. So the rooms were huge, but because I think used to be like studio apartments, but the TV was kind of small and was like a mile away from the bed. And so
This
I was
isn't
like,
cinematic at all.
I know, because there's like an on-demand feature where I could have gotten the movie on there, like on demand, But I was like, if I'm sitting in this bed over here, I'm not even gonna be able to see what's happening on the
Need your
TV.
binoculars to go watch the movie over
And
there.
I wasn't gonna watch it on my phone, so I was like, all right, you know what?
Fire up the old laptop.
You respected the universe, and it's going to reward you at the end.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But
So
yeah.
at this point, Dave, favorite and least favorite at this point.
At this point, my favorite character is Iron Man, which is the most
Favorite film thus far.
Oh, favorite film.
Favorite film and least favorite film thus far.
Least favorite is Thor: The Dark World
Sure.
so far.
That'll hold strong in that spot for a while, probably.
But like still good. That's what I was
Yep.
saying. Like it's not bad. It's just not as good as the other ones.
Correct.
I'm looking here, dude. I don't know what my favorite is. Like I said, I liked Iron Man 2 more than Iron Man. So I guess I have to say Iron Man 2, but then Iron Man's like a 1B, and then the Avengers was incredible, actually. No,
the first Avengers is incredible.
Yeah,
the first scene where they all stack up and they're going in a line is pretty friggin' sweet.
You know what? Actually, that's got to be my favorite so far.
Pretty
so it'll
sweet.
be the Avengers is one. Iron Man and Iron Man 2 are like 2A, 2B. Captain America, the first Avenger, the first one in chronological order. That one,
it's solid.
Third.
It's just a solid film.
That one's probably third. Thor is 4, and then Thor: The Dark World is 5 so far.
Chris, give me your favorite in the entire MCU, favorite and least favorite. So something for Dave to look forward to.
I mean, first Guardians of the Galaxy is unbelievable. Really good movie.
Yep. Oh, I'll be there by like Friday or Saturday.
I actually really like the first Doctor Strange movie. That was really good in my opinion.
I liked Doctor Strange 1.
Spider-Man Homecoming is another underrated but fantastic movie.
All of the Spider-Mans.
Yep.
Oh man, I haven't even gotten to those. Like
you got a while till Spidey makes.
You haven't even met. There's probably 16 more characters that you get to meet.
The one movie that I did not have high expectations for, and it just absolutely blew my expectations for it out of the water, was Shang-Chi.
Yep, great movie. I thought you were going to say Ant-Man for some reason.
I thought you were too, actually.
I didn't have the highest hopes for Ant-Man either, and that one was just another one that I was like, it was good comic relief. It was a quality movie.
It was a pass off, yeah.
But Shang-Chi, I don't know why I didn't expect it to be good, but it was. It hit. Great film.
Great film.
I can't wait to continue to talk about this, Dave, as you just get deeper into your Marvel journey.
Well,
many ups and downs still to come.
Who's your guys' favorite character and least favorite character? Like
ever, or where you're at currently?
Ever. I'll do mine for where I'm currently at, but I want to know your guys' ever.
So Spider-Man has always been, like, since I was a young boy, like my favorite superhero. And I think Tom Holland does a great job as Spider-Man. So I'm going to say Peter Parker / Spider-Man, favorite character.
That is just a perfect answer for you. Like, if I didn't know you, I would just say that you're a Spider-Man guy, and I love that for you. So that makes perfect sense to me.
You do fit that. You
love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hyping me up, boys. Least favorite. And we're talking like the main character, so it can't be like.
It could even be a villain, but
yeah. I'm going to give like a main character, and I'm going to give the reason that I just gave earlier. Captain America is just so corny. Like, I understand that's his whole shtick, but like, he's just so corny.
Yeah,
it gets to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like, of those main people, like, but like, he's still great. He just is annoying.
Okay, I like that answer. Chris?
I don't know. I struggle with this because Iron Man is definitely up there, but then I feel like I have two other top favorite ones. I love Drax. Drax the Destroyer is hilarious. One of the
Great
funniest
character.
characters of the whole series. And then I also love Vision. I think he's awesome.
Vision's a good character.
He's a really cool character. And just like everything that they end up doing with him is really cool. So I'll probably go Iron Man still. I mean, he's just so sick.
Yeah. So sick.
Least favorite?
Least favorite is probably Hawkeye. Sorry, but
Yeah, he doesn't provide a whole lot.
he doesn't miss
he
though,
he doesn't miss.
Doesn't miss.
except for
When he
he's getting
does.
casted.
So my favorite is Iron Man for sure. That guy Tony Stark is so cool.
Sick.
And then my least favorite so far is probably Loki at where I'm at right now. Because like he's a villain, but so you could say that's easy, but like I don't know. I feel like he's just a weird dude. I don't really like him. I don't like anything about him so far. But
You'll have
some more run-ins with him
yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
A couple more.
couple
Yeah.
more.
the whole time.
One or two.
Or 10. Underrated, in my opinion, is Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow.
Smoke.
So something
But
that
she's awesome. She's awesome also, though.
something that
Other than
I
being a smoke.
just found out the other day. Do we know who John Favreau is?
Yes.
Yeah, John Favreau.
He's Sonny in Iron Man.
Yeah. And he's the director.
Happy.
And he's a director. Happy, yeah. I did not know that he's a director because I was watching Mandalorian. He directed. He's directed almost all of the new Star Wars series, and I'm pretty sure he directed some of the Marvel movies.
And
Yeah,
dude,
I
he
think
did
he
all
did.
the Iron Man ones. And
Yeah.
then he was an executive producer for the Avengers. I saw
That guy's my hero now. How is he so cool?
dude.
And he's in couples retreat.
He's
He
in
is in
so
Couples
many
Retreat.
things.
he's in Four Christmases. That movie.
He's
that
in
Christmas
Elf.
movie.
He's in Rudy. He's in Wolf of Wall Street. He's in a bunch of stuff.
He's in so much stuff. Yeah. When
Who
I
was he
saw
in Elf.
he is
Maybe
an
he
Elf.
directed it.
He did. I know he directed Elf. But listen, this guy's resume is unreal.
It
Speaks
really
for itself.
is. I gotta see all these movies he's directed. Films directed: Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Elf, Jungle Book, Lion King, Zathura, Space Adventure, Cowboys and
Sure.
Aliens,
Bad
That
movie.
was an-
The Mandalorian. Wow,
Cowboys and Aliens, his only dud so far on there.
it's not a terrible movie.
It's not bad.
You can throw it on every once in a while if you're bored.
I've never seen it. Shocker.
Daniel Craig.
That's low on the list for you, Dave.
Yeah. You made a lot of wrong turns if we get to Cowboys and Aliens.
Now, I will say, I mean, we gave you a lot of flack for not watching these, but
Mm-hmm.
if you look at it from a 30,000-foot view, really all you did was wait for them all to come out so that you can just binge watch them all, which
Yeah.
is
Exactly.
actually kind of ideal.
The great way to do it.
Exactly. I feel like, and we talked about dude, I have overcome some things on this podcast because I had never seen the Harry Potter movies either.
Yeah.
I had, but like only the first couple, and it had been 15 years. And since we started this pod, I binge watched all of the Harry Potter movies. And now I'm on my way to binge watching all the Marvel movies.
Dave,
guys-
what have you gotten out of 32 episodes of podcasting? Well, I now binge watch movies on the regular. Is that
My
healthy?
TV
Is that
watching
good?
habits have become unhealthy, but I'm now watching good stuff.
Exactly. This is what you guys are doing for me. But
Wow.
What,
I'm
are-
proud of you, Dave.
what movie are you most excited to get to at this point?
the later Avengers, like
Infinity War. Wow.
Infinity War, yeah. Because I've heard about Infinity
So
War
good.
being amazing forever and never seen that. I don't remember. I'm glad I don't remember anything from when I watched Endgame that time. I don't, other than when they all disappear, which is probably a big part. But I don't really remember anything else from that movie. So
Clearly, you don't even remember anything from that movie.
oh, perfect. Cool. I'm not even going to ask any further questions. So,
No
yeah,
further questions, Your Honor.
no further questions. And then Black Panther too. Everyone loves that, so that'll be
Yeah,
good
great movie, fantastic.
when I get
Wow.
there. So yeah,
Keep it rolling, baby.
I'll keep it rolling. Updates will come next week.
Yep.
I'll have it
Living.
done.
Living for these. You'll have them all done.
I'm all done by next week,
Dave will no longer have a job, but he will have watched all of the Marvel movies.
and I won't even be mad about it. Love it.
Have
Perfect.
you have you found any good, like, I can't remember if in the early ones are there any good like Easter eggs or hidden gems?
I don't know.
Well,
because
he
I
wouldn't be
don't
able to
know.
know yet until he's
That's
watched them
true.
all, right?
That's true. I'm trying to
do
think back,
know
though.
In the Avengers movie, they showed the side profile of the guy that I know has a big role in the later Avengers movies.
Which is who?
I don't know. They just showed a side profile face, and I remember he's a big deal in the later ones. I think he's the guy that has the hand with the stones.
Mm,
Yeah.
maybe,
They showed the
Maybe.
side. They showed the side of his face.
maybe not.
No, I'm pretty confident. I was like, oh, I know that guy's gonna come back at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe,
Maybe.
not.
maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe.
But yeah, I wouldn't know any. at this
Dave,
point.
you're absolutely killing it. Speaking of killing it, talk to us about what Boomer's been up to.
Oh wow, what a transition. That was incredible. Guys, so Boomer. Chris, you've met Boomer, haven't you?
Yep.
Or
Yeah,
you were
Olympics.
at Beer Olympics. So Chimichanga, big boy, right? But to give you a little backstory, because I'm a talker.
what'd you just find on the internet, Chris?
Nothing. Sorry. I just found out that there's 4 more Avengers movies planned,
Yeah.
and
What?
like 3 more Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, my
Tom
God.
Holland signed on for 3 more Spider-Man
There's
movies.
so many more things coming. This is crazy.
It'll never
And-
stop.
You know what's gonna happen when they come out? We're all gonna go to the movie theater and watch them together.
They found the golden goose and they're just
Milking it dry.
milking it dry.
Can you milk a goose? Marvel did.
I mean, if you can milk an almond, you can milk a goose.
All right, back to
All right.
Boomer. Back to Boomer. Back to Boomer.
So Boomer, Chimichanga, looks unathletic, big boy. All right, but to give you a backstory on Boomer, when I adopted him from the rescue, they said that they found him in a field chasing squirrels, and he had was eating squirrels. So Boomer's always had an infatuation with animals in the yard, which most dogs probably are.
Yep.
But he's got that killer instinct in him, allegedly.
He's got that dog in him?
He's got that dog in him. So I've had Boomer for almost 8 years, and he has never killed anything. Over the weekend, Boomer, I don't know what happened. He's been working out when I'm at work or something, but he chased down a rabbit, and he killed that bad boy on Sunday, right?
That's honestly impressive. Murph can't catch shit.
So he catches the rabbit.
you good for?
I'm like, that's gross, whatever. I'm like, he's a dog. Good for him. He's probably so excited. He looked excited, whatever. Monday, this is graphic, so viewer discretion is advised. So Monday, I go outside with him, and I'm sitting on my deck, and I look out in the yard, and he's got something red in his mouth, and I'm like, what is that? What has he got now? This is so gross. I don't even know if I can even talk about that. He has literally a bone in his mouth. And when I walked over there after I started yelling at him, it is the spine of something with the skull still on the spine attached. And
Great
I'm like,
find.
Good
oh.
find.
I'm like, Boomer. I'm like freaking out. If you guys would have seen me,
Was
it
there
was
like
like-
meat on it or
not
flesh or
really.
just the bone, just the bones?
He picked
Just-
it
so
dry.
So then, no, he didn't pick that dry. He found
it. He
Yeah,
had to
for
have found
sure.
it. He had to have found that one. I agree. He had to have.
He
But the-
literally just had the best moment of his life, finding like the coolest thing to chew on, and you're like, "No, bad dog, get that out of your mouth."
And I'm like chewing him out. But if there would have been a hidden camera, and someone saw me, I looked like the biggest. I don't. You can fill in the blank. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? Like, oh my god. I'm like, that's gross. Like the head's still attached. Like I can see. Like I'm like, oh, and I'm like yelling. I'm like jumping up and down. I'm like, Boomer, get in the house.
Your neighbors are like, what the hell's going on?
What is he
Damn.
doing? So that happens on Monday. I let him out. I get rid of it. I let him out again, and he comes back this time with a full-on rabbit leg that's like this, like long, like,
Good
and
find.
I'm not exaggerating. Hair still on it, like full extension leg. Like I'm like that rabbit had to be huge. Like the thing was probably a good 11, 12 inches long.
Is your
Jesus.
backyard completely fenced in?
It is, yeah,
Fence to fence to fence?
yeah.
So
Yep.
no escape routes back there. I
No.
bet you have a fox back there or something that's just trapping rabbits back there and snatching them up.
I think so, possibly.
And
But
Boomer's feasting on his spoils.
Yeah.
and it was a full leg. He had a full rabbit leg in his mouth.
And
And-
you gave him treats and said thank you, good dog, for
I-
bringing me this
Because
good
I-
luck charm.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't-
rabbit's foots are lucky.
He literally just brought you a good luck charm.
I know. I did think that in my head. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Oh, this is good luck."
Good dog.
That a
But-
boy.
But so here's to Boomer, and here's to hopefully not having any more. Either there's a fox, like you said, or Boomer storing rabbit parts
There's
somewhere
no
in my
way.
bed.
There's no way.
Somewhere in
Although-
my bed.
When you said it, like apparently he's working out or something while you're at work, I had this like perfect visualization of him like jumping on the couch and like hitting his paw on a remote that starts playing like classic rock, and then he just starts doing push-ups, and he's just and then just
Boomer's
running
just
laps
getting
around the
after
house,
it.
just getting
Yep, just-
getting after it, just
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
getting ripped.
Yep. And Boomer is, he's got a big stomach, but he is kind of like, I'm not the one that said this, but multiple people have said he's kind of muscular. Like he's
Yeah,
got
he's
muscles.
thick. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, he's strong, but like when he reaches top speed, he's fast. It looks like a bowling ball running through the backyard.
He
But
didn't
look-
rip a leg off of a rabbit. That didn't happen.
I don't think so either.
There's
I can't
no way.
imagine. I can't imagine. But guys, it's a problem.
The only time Murph hasn't caught anything. Murph just wants to play with everything. So like I look outside once and I'm like, what is he doing? And I walk up and he has a squirrel like with one paw's like pinned against the tree and the other one he's just like slapping it on the head. Like he was just trying to like play with it. And I was like, Murph, stop. And he just like
Slap,
looks at me and then the squirrel just ran off. But yeah, he's not being vicious. He's just like, play. What are you doing?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. And I was shocked. So my next door neighbors have chickens in their yard. That's a new thing. And I thought Boomer was gonna bark at those and like freak out, but he doesn't even care that they're there. Like he just kind of looks at them and they're making a bunch of noise and he's just like, whatever.
Are they loud?
Well, not like I can't hear them inside my
Oh,
house.
okay. I was
But
making sure.
yeah, but like if I'm in the backyard, you can hear.
But if you wanted a fresh dozen, they got you.
I haven't ever asked, but I'm sure they would. Yeah,
Farm
Nice.
fresh, pasture raised.
I'm gonna go knock
Farm
on the
to
door
table?
one day. Farm to table in Rock Hill, Missouri. in
Yeah,
the
good old
backyard.
farm to table.
I'm gonna go over there one day and ask for a fresh dozen.
Give me your
Well,
eggs.
Just say it like that. Just knock on the door. Give me your eggs.
All of them.
Show up
Right,
in a costume. Trick or treat. I want eggs.
Purchase 30 eggs. I did like 12 eggs. Have you ever seen that? I
Joke's
think you
on
should
you. They're
leave.
sixes.
Yeah, that.
Gotcha.
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 There's
They're
six.
sixes.
Oh,
Dave, you
man.
should tell that story because it's a great story.
We'll save that one for another time.
All right, all right. Keep
Oh,
'em
man.
hanging.
We'll leave them hanging. Deep tease.
We want to have time. So, Chris, I want you to get into. I'll be first to say I did not watch the TikTok you sent, so I want an update on the Baltimore Bridge situation.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that TikTok I sent you was like, it didn't make much sense, but what I gathered from it, and this was like a pretty well followed TikTok account. I mean, this guy's got like 1 million followers, so I don't think that gives him any credibility. I'm just saying, like, he's getting this message out there,
Yeah.
and apparently,
Apparently,
I've never been on live television, and apparently, news has broken that this is from the FBI, reported that they were on that ship, that the FBI was on that ship that morning, and they were performing court-ordered duties. That's all it says.
Mm.
And then it says, and we will provide no further comment at this time.
Mm.
Intriguing.
Mm.
Don't know
So
what any
the
of that means or what
FBI
it implies, but
It's
Let the
so
mind go
vague
wild.
that it makes you think.
right. That's
I
how they get
mean,
you.
What
They
could
say
that mean?
nothing, which makes me think everything.
Have you actually seen that the Earth is round?
No, I haven't been to space.
How do you prove it then?
Have you ever? How do you know?
Have you met my friend?
Have you met Dave?
But wow, that's
Interesting.
that is
Ma-
interesting.
Makes you think.
It makes you think that maybe the FBI is the one that crashed that thing into the bridge.
But why?
I don't know. They found something in their official duties.
Well, I do think that, like, if there was like a conspiracy plot or something like that, I don't think it'd be the FBI. I think it'd be the CIA, wouldn't it?
Usually,
Yeah, the
CIA,
CIA is always doing that shady stuff. FBI is pretty by the book.
Them
usually.
shady gators.
they are.
Who
Yeah.
created the CIA? Reagan?
Johnson.
Abe.
Gibson, I think.
Who created the CIA? Harry Truman. Oh yeah, that's right down Truman's
That's such a
alley.
Truman movie.
That is a Truman
Gosh.
thing. A true Missourian.
Such
Wow.
a Truman.
A true man, honestly.
Frickin' Truman.
You know they made a movie about him?
Oh yeah, Dave?
Yeah, it's called The Truman Show.
No.
Yep. It's like something Truman would do.
Is that about him?
No, but it's a movie.
It's
Close
a movie
enough.
with the name
Still
Truman
counts.
in it. Count it.
I believe Jim Carrey.
Yeah, great movie. I love that movie. Well, there you go, Chris. That was a good update to the.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much of an update, but
But it's something.
but
It's
the
got
FBI,
me thinking.
It does. have me
how much time do we have? Should I go into another conspiracy or should we learn some sports?
You want to? What? How long is this other conspiracy?
I don't know. It could be pretty long.
Is it a good conspiracy?
Well,
wanna
I mean,
hear
we
it.
did talk about it earlier.
I want to
but-
hear it.
Yeah, fire it off.
I
We
don't-
can always learn sports another
See,
day.
I need to pay attention more to these because I only get tidbits, so I can't really speak to them that in depthly. But
Then
it
do you
goes-
want to tease us with it? Then come back
Sure,
next week
sure,
with
yeah.
some
so
good
it
content.
goes to the Mandela effect, and essentially, it's this lost
Apparently.
civilization. Apparently, it's this lost civilization that they're saying. So the Great Wall of China, right?
Yep.
We talked about that on here. Yeah.
The windows on the Great Wall of China that the
Didn't even know
warriors
there
would-
were windows.
so there's like holes. They're not glass windows. They're like
Oh.
holes that you would shoot arrows out of, right? That's
Mhm,
what you would
Hawkeye.
assume they are for.
Hawkeye does, yeah.
But they're facing China.
Ooh.
So you would think that they'd be facing the other way so that enemies could fire, so you could fire upon enemies trying to attack you. And so
Yep.
basically they go down this loophole of the Chinese didn't actually build the Great Wall of China. It was this lost civilization that built it. And essentially it's like this Mandela effect of, you know, enough propaganda gets spread, the collective knowledge becomes to the point where you believe what
You just assumed.
it was so long ago that you kind of the memories of it fade and you just believe what you've heard and the history kind of gets forgotten. And the Mandela effect essentially is that, like, we don't think that there was another civilization, but maybe there was.
Maybe China just took credit for it.
Yeah. There's
So
also
we're not going to go into it next
yeah,
week.
we won't
just
go
went
into
it.
well, there's some more stuff that we'll go into. Another one that I'll go into next week is the Grand Canyon, because there's some conspiracies around the Grand Canyon that are pretty interesting too.
Interesting. I like that. I like
Is
that
it really
tease.
grand?
I don't know.
I've never
We'll
Is
been.
find
there
out.
secret temples inside the Grand Canyon?
Ooh.
We might never know.
Ooh, that
Is there large
tease.
sections of the Grand Canyon that are forbidden from entry, and that if you do go into them,
You'll die.
military personnel come and get you out immediately? Yes, there is.
What
Ooh.
We'll
could
talk
be
about
in
it more
there?
next time.
Oh.
Oh, nightly nonsense. Love it.
And as always, see you guys now.
No.
All right,
No, no.
Dave, teach us about the sport.
All right, so it's time for Let's Learn Sports,
Give us
brought to
something
you
good. Give us
by
something good.
Shank It Golf. Shank It Golf is your place for all your golf apparel needs at shankitgolf.com using promo code nonsense15 for 15% off that order. All
Good
right,
ad read. Good ad read.
there you go. So the Let's Learn Sports this week, Chris, you're going to be a letdown. It's not that great, but it's fine. It's interesting. So this week you guys are gonna be guessing, because that's what Let's Learn Sports is nowadays, on the highest paid athletes of all time. And as an added bonus, you can go in order. You can try to go in order, but I have the top 10 here. So I want you guys to give me the highest paid.
Is this purely based on earnings in the sport?
No,
or-
this is total with endorsement deals, everything
Okay.
included.
Why am I going to be a letdown?
No, you're not the letdown. You said, "Oh, this better be. I want this one to be a good one."
Oh,
Let it be a
okay,
good one."
okay.
I feel like it's okay. It's not like great, but it's the highest paid athletes. And the reason that I was drawn to this is because with Scotty Scheffler winning so many tournaments this year, they were talking about if the purses were as big back when Tiger was winning all the time, then he would have made a lot more money playing golf than what he actually did from his sport.
Yep.
And so I decided to look into the highest paid athletes of all time, and this is what brought me here.
So this is endorsement deals, everything?
Yep.
Yes, everything included.
Okay. Tiger
And-
Woods.
Of all time career earnings.
All-time career earnings. Yep.
So not like highest paid athletes of 2024 or whatever.
Nope. This is all time, and it is
Okay.
updated as of March 2024. The website.
How many are we going for?
I have like the list of like the top 50, but I can't. They're not numbered, and
Let's go to
Okay.
20.
Or until we get 3 strikes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whichever comes
Sure,
first.
Sure. And do you want to go in order, or are you just going to try to guess members of the top 20?
No, I think we're just gonna fire them off.
Yep.
Okay.
Tiger Woods.
1 second, please. I got to count because they're not numbered.
Just do a quick
So-
little copy and paste job.
It's a graph.
Hmm.
Can't do it that way.
What kind of graph?
Pie chart.
Scatter plot?
Delta table.
Oh, perfect. All right, I got it. Chris, you said Tiger Woods.
Yep.
He's number 2. His
Damn.
career earnings $2.66 billion.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is number 5 at $1.7 billion.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan is
Number
number
one.
1 at $3.75 billion.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That is number 3 at $1.92 billion.
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi is going to be number 7 at $1.67 billion.
He's number what?
7.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
That is going to be number 10 at
Wow.
$1.48 billion.
Jeez.
Trying to think of like
Arnold Palmer.
Number 4 at $1.76 billion.
Whoa.
I was surprised by that.
Then
but
we'll
it's-
just fire off Jack Nicklaus right after that.
He's number 6, right below LeBron at $1.67 billion.
Dude, I don't think I would have thought of some of those
Djokovic.
older golfers.
Novak is the first
I would-
strike.
No, I was thinking sorry. I didn't mean that. I meant Federer.
Federer.
Yeah.
Federer is going to be number 9 at $1.49 billion.
Damn, who's number 8?
I'm trying there. I bet you there is not a single baseball player on this.
Wrong.
I know who
Wrong.
8 is.
There is.
I know who 8 is, but
there
I'm
is
not going to give
one.
the answer.
Yeah, number 8's the only one in the top 10 you haven't gotten.
And I know what it is, but Adam has to answer it because he's got
I-
to get this.
I have to get
Yep,
it. Why?
because it's a you answer.
It's a me answer.
Yeah,
Mm.
Is it a me answer, Dave?
it is.
It
100%.
be.
It has
It
to
could
be.
be.
What do you
Yeah.
mean it could be?
I don't know because I wouldn't have thought of it, but Adam could.
What are things in sports that I would say is in your realm?
Soccer,
Okay. Just go top 3. We got Cristiano. We got Lionel.
Neymar.
No.
Neymar is
Think
on the
famous.
list.
Think
He's on the
famous.
list. Neymar is number 15 at 1.01
Think
billion.
famous.
15 is Neymar.
Yeah.
Famous
Most
soccer
famous.
players. David Beckham.
Yes.
David Beckham is number 8 at 1.5 billion.
Bam!
You knew
Ah,
it.
All right, so you need 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I just lied. So Neymar's 16. So you need 11, 12, 11 through 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20. You have not
Okay.
gotten.
And there's one baseball player.
Yep. And I'll tell you, he is number 20.
Okay. Well, I'll sit on that one for a while. I have a guess. But we'll sit on that one for a while.
I won't count Novak because that was an accident by Chris.
Is Mike Tyson? You feel good with Mike Tyson, Adam?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of, because a lot of it is also like sponsorships and stuff, and I just wasn't really around then. I don't know how much Tyson was making doing those, but like he dominated his time. So
Yeah, I just think those fights pay out so much.
yeah.
You locking in Tyson?
Is there any other ones that would be in boxing or fighting or UFC that would be above him? I don't
McGregor?
think. Maybe. Well, does Jake Paul count or as an athlete or no?
I will tell you, he's not on the list.
I bet you there's not a hockey player on the list.
Not a hockey player on the list because they don't make anything in their sport hardly.
Kobe. Do we like Kobe, Chris?
Oh, I love a Kobe. Yeah, throw that in there. That's probably top 15.
14
Bam.
at 1.09 billion on Kobe.
Okay.
I love an.
You
How much do you
said
think Max Verstappen has made since he started? I'm trying to think because those are like golf.
I feel like
tennis.
Lewis Hamilton has made more
Yeah,
money
yeah,
than Verstappen
that's
over the
true.
course of
Yeah.
their careers. If we were gonna go F1,
I bet you he's made close to $1 billion. Or
you want
at
to
least
fire off
at least
you want to fire off a
500 million.
Lewis?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Lewis Hamilton's number 19 at 880 million.
Okay.
That's
And
a big one. 19 and 20 are going to be hard.
And he said 20 is the baseball player.
Yep.
I feel like there's got to be a tennis player in here.
I was gonna say, do you think Nadal, because him and Federer were like 1-2 for
Yeah.
so long, but I just feel like Federer was more,
He won the big ones.
and he was more like, I feel like the face like of
Yeah,
Nike.
friendly. Yeah.
So I don't know if Nadal will be in there. Do we think, like, I feel like Brady never got like huge
No, it
contracts.
just
and-
can't be football. It has to be like it's like golf, tennis, and basketball are the only ones that can be on here.
And we got Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, possibly Shaq.
Oh, I love a Shaq. Throw a Shaq out there.
You locking in Shaq?
Lock
Yeah,
in
let's
Shaq.
do a Shaquille O'Neal.
He's
And
had
number 13 is Shaquille O'Neal above
Great
Kobe.
answer, Adam.
Above Kobe, 1.21 billion for Shaq.
KD.
I don't know about that one.
Allen.
I feel better about KD than Allen Iverson, I think. I'm trying to think of like guys
Were
that
you
have
saying
had
Allen
like
Iverson or Ray Allen?
Allen Iverson.
I'm trying to think of guy like KD has a signature shoe. He's had a signature shoe for a while. Like, so I don't hate that one, but like that's kind of like what I'm trying to think. Like you said tennis earlier, do we think Serena?
No.
Okay.
You
Pay
guys
gap.
still
Pay
have
gap.
you have
Gender pay gap.
you have 6 left. You've gotten 14. You have 6 left.
So I think, Chris, the baseball player is either Derek Jeter or Alex Rodriguez.
I love both of those answers. A-Rod's probably Jeter's got
Like
Jeter's
Jeter
done
has
more
like
commercials.
he has
Wait.
like he has a signature cleat.
Who does that most recent car commercial where he goes to try and get on his private jet and they're like, "Sorry, you can't fly. The weather's too bad." So he decides to drive his like Grand Wagoneer like across the country.
I
To get
believe
home.
I believe that
Derek
is
Jeter.
Mr. Derek Jeter.
That's a great commercial.
Then I want to say Derek Jeter, but what does A-Rod have?
Just a lot of money. He got like the biggest contract in baseball. He had that for a while. I just don't know, like, and obviously he had endorsements, but I feel like Jeter was just the face of the Yankees for so long.
Let's go Jeter.
Locking
I
in
like it.
Jeter.
Yeah, let's do Jeter.
That's your first X,
Okay.
not Derek
Then
Jeter.
it's A-Rod, right?
I don't know who else it would be.
Mark McGuire, maybe.
No.
Barry Bonds. Let's go, A-Rod.
Locking in A-Rod.
Yeah.
Number 20 is Alex
Okay.
Rodriguez.
Dang, okay.
I knew it was
700
I knew it was one of
775.
those two.
775 million. So that means you have 4 left, correct?
Yeah.
So you have I'll just because it's going a little long. You have 2 golfers.
Okay.
I believe this is an F1 guy.
Mm.
And then you have a boxer.
Phil
Are you locking
Mickelson.
into- Adam?
Yep. I
You
agree.
good with that? All right.
Yep.
All right, that's number 11. Phil Mickelson,
Dang.
$1.43 billion.
VJ Singh.
Nemesis. My nemesis.
I mean the F1.
Let me check.
Max Verstappen's probably been in F1 for 5 years now, maybe less. And Hamilton dominated most of that time, so it has to be
That's
someone.
why I feel like Hamilton is like what considered like the best of all time. And
No,
like,
no.
Max is
Nope. Best of all time is Schumacher. Let's go Schumacher for the F1
You locking that in?
block.
I mean, I don't have a better guess, so I'm fine with Mr. Schumacher.
Number 12 is Michael Schumacher,
Lewis took the
1.36
crown from Schumacher.
Okay.
1.36 billion. So
See,
you got
for
to
me,
Jesus
Lewis put
Christ.
F1 on the map, so I didn't know about Mr.
Yeah.
Schumacher.
So you got a golfer and a boxer.
And because
Oh, we got a boxer? Yeah.
because you're saying boxer, I don't think it's Conor McGregor.
No, it's Mike Tyson.
Did we
Who did we
not,
say? Yeah.
did we not say Mike Tyson? Did we only say Floyd Mayweather?
You
Yes.
guys never agreed on Mike
Okay.
Tyson.
It's got to be.
Do we think him more so than like Manny Pacquiao
Yeah. Yeah.
or Muhammad
Much longer.
Ali?
Oh.
I feel like
I feel like Muhammad Ali didn't get a lot of money though.
yeah. I feel like he was almost like too early. I'm good with Tyson. I feel like he's monetized.
I mean, he
quite a
literally
bit.
had a grill, didn't? Oh, that's George
No,
Foreman.
That's George Foreman.
What did he do? Was he also a boxer?
Yeah,
He was a boxer.
but I would like Tyson over Foreman.
Okay, lock it in.
All right, Mike Tyson's number 18 at 905 million.
So
This
last
is-
we have a golfer.
You have a golfer. He's at number 15 on the list. Yep, number 15.
And we have
Two
That's it?
strikes left
That's
to
it.
give.
And you have 2 strikes.
what was 17?
17 was oh shoot, you guys didn't agree on this person. Oh, well, so it's somebody you brought up. You guys talked about him, but you haven't guessed him officially. Because I'm saying that, I'm not going to tell you what sport he played.
That's tough.
Kevin
I know.
Durant.
Chris,
Yeah.
Is that
it's Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You guys, I'm sorry, I thought you guessed him. So Kevin Durant is number 17,
okay?
955 million.
So now just a golfer,
Yep, at number 15.
Rory, or is he
No.
not one enough?
No.
Dude, after today, he'll probably be on the list, though. Did you sit? Well, not on the list, but he's getting paid a humongous amount.
It's really not even that much. He's making 50 million less than Tiger Woods.
I thought he was getting 90 and Tiger was getting 100.
Oh, I saw 150 for Rory.
You could be right. You could be right. But I thought I saw 90 on the alert I got.
So it's someone that's had to have won a lot, and then obviously the endorsements come with that. So who's won a ton? We have Palmer, Woods, Nicholas, Mickelson, Hogan. He won a lot, right?
Hogan, Norman.
Norman would probably be a good one. He's got his own clothing brand.
So does Hogan.
Sure. Slazenger. Tommy
I'm pretty sure
Callaway.
Norman did win a lot more, though. Maybe.
I'm trying to remember when we did like the
What about
the majors, and you were just firing off golfers.
Who's the guy who broadcasts that's just retiring right now?
Jim Nance. Vern
Is it Jim Nance?
Jim
I
Nance
don't
that
know.
didn't golf. He's just great
Nick
at golf.
Faldo.
Nick Faldo. He is a
Maybe.
commentator. His autograph. I have his autograph on the wall.
Bubba
What's
Watson.
your gut saying? Oh, but no, it's not.
No, Nick.
He's
I
just-
no. I'm saying I have Nick Faldo's autograph on the wall.
And then I just see Bubba Watson behind you, so I said Bubba Watson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's your gut say?
You freaking
It's between
nailed
one
the
of those
golf
first
ones
two.
when we did those. I like Norman.
I love it. Then let's lock it.
That's it. Greg Norman at number 15, 1.06. Dude, and with all the live golf stuff that he's done, I figured he could be on the list.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the commish. So yeah. So
Yeah,
Greg,
that
Our
helps.
only one we got wrong was Jeter over A-Rod, and I knew it was one of those two.
so there you go. That's the top 20.
Is
Uh,
Jeter the next highest baseball player on that list, or is there one above him?
Jeter is the next highest. It's not numbered, but he's down there. He's right ahead of Rory McIlroy and Ernie Els. He's tied with Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
But yeah, and then just a couple that are just outside. Steph Curry's at 21. You mentioned Manny Pacquiao. He's at 22. Tom Brady's at 23. Jeff Gordon is at 24.
Was there not a single NFL guy on there?
Peyton Manning's the first at number. Yeah, Tom Brady was. Oh, not on the top.
But I
No,
feel like
in the top
NFL isn't known for signing endorsement deals that much.
Yeah, so Tom Brady
Like,
was the
they
first.
don't have
football
like
player.
guys don't really have like signature cleats like an
Yeah, like
NBA
the
player
biggest
has
endorsement
signature
deal I think
shoes.
that's happened is like Patrick Mahomes and State Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and Patrick Mahomes could get on this list now that he like has his foot in so much stuff.
Yeah.
But like He's not yet. But yeah, Tom Brady was the first one at 23. Peyton Manning's at 25.
How about that?
Yeah. So yeah, and someone mentioned McGregor. He's last on the list, and it's actually the top 40. He's number 40.
Okay.
So yep. So there you go. That's Let's Learn Sports, brought to you by Shank It Golf.
Some rich SOBs.
That's exactly right. There's some people in here I have no idea who they are. Kimi Räikkönen. I don't know who that is.
Can you spell that for me?
Kimi is Kimi, and then Räikkönen is Raikkonen.
That is a Finnish motorsports racing driver.
Love that.
Did you say Serena was on there?
Yeah, she's around number 30, somewhere
The
around there.
the lone female?
I think so. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Serena. So there you go. Let's
All right,
learn sports.
Chris, fire off the dirty dozen.
This could be our weekend, our week and our weekend.
Feeling good
yeah.
about
While I pull this up, Braden and I are driving I'm driving 5 hours down to Indiana to play the Purdue Boilermaker Complex, the 36 holes there, and then I'm driving 5 hours back on Sunday.
Pete Dye.
Two Pete Dye courses
I know.
for a total of $180.
Yeah,
is a
that's
fantastic
crazy.
deal. And the Campman Kostler course turned private 2 years ago, but one of their courses is closed for like renovations right now. So Braden emailed like their head superintendent and was like, hey, we really want to play 36 holes. Is there any way you could get us on? And he was like, yeah, we'll let you play the members course because the other course is closed.
That's
And
awesome.
we find out that he's like, this is the last weekend you can play it because Monday, the next day, we shut it down because we have a week until the NCAA championship is held there.
So
Whoa.
you're catching it at the perfect
He
time.
literally is like, the course will be in tournament condition for you guys.
You guys are
That's
gonna get beat up.
I had Braden send me a screenshot of the email because I was like, I need to frame that email. It's
That's
fantastic.
incredible.
Frame that.
That's
Frame it.
incredible.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
The
Here we
boys
go.
golf.
Hey, will you put some of your scores into 18 birdies?
I did. I put them all in.
Oh, okay. I didn't
What it
look.
do to the handy capable?
It crushed it. And I shot another 78 last weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just
Hey,
melting away my handicap right now.
That's a good problem to have though, really, because that means
Is
you're
it
playing good golf.
you and Mitch?
Yes.
Oh, that'll be dangerous.
It will be. All right.
What happened to the dirty dozen?
I'm trying. I lose you guys when I share my screen, so I can't see your reactions, but I guess that's fine.
Did my screen just zoom in a little bit? Why am I so close?
All right.
All right.
Starting up top left.
Top
Yep.
left, NFL. Star Lotta Louis, Kelvin Benjamin, and Shaq were all first round picks taken by this NFL team.
Carolina
NFC team.
Panthers.
Yep. Kelvin
Bang.
Benjamin, legend for the Panthers.
A Popeyes biscuit away from a tight end.
Before becoming a superstar, Damian Lillard played it.
Lehigh,
He did play it. Lehigh. No, he
right?
didn't.
No.
No, that was CJ McCollum.
That was McCollum. He played at Weber State.
He did play at Weber. Reber.
What?
Second one. Yep.
Wait, what?
Weber. Weber.
You said
I heard-
Raber.
I heard the same thing you did, Chris.
Oh, really? My bad.
I
Sorry.
heard Reber, Reber State.
Oh,
John
Where are you-
Olerud.
What a
John.
crazy answer. Olerud?
O
No,
L
OL. I think John is.
maybe.
Oh
Yeah,
no, you're right.
him.
Yep.
Wow, we're flying.
Wow.
This
Good
is our New
pull.
Year's resolution right here.
Oh no. I have no idea what this is. One of the Bronte sisters, this English novelist, is most known for her
This is a
1847 novel,
ridiculous
Wuthering
question.
Heights, initially published under the name. I have no clue. I don't even have a remote guess.
So
Skip.
we know the last name's Bront, right?
Oh,
Oh no!
Tim Allen
And
and Sydney Sweeney. No.
Oh, Dave.
I love Sydney Sweeney.
I was thinking possibly Emily Blunt, but I don't
Oh.
think that's her hair.
Oh no,
It
it
could
could be. It looks like her shape of her face.
Ah,
Tim Allen for sure.
God, I hate it so much.
I think it might be Emily Blunt. I love him. I think Emily Blunt is the correct
You
answer.
you like Blunt?
I do, but Chris,
Is that her hair?
those look like earrings she would wear.
we know we're not getting a perfect one because there's no way.
Yeah,
we
we're
can-
not-
Oh,
We're not
shoot.
getting the book, so
Yeah,
Uh,
beverage. LeBron,
right?
James. Sprite. Yep. Don't even like Sprite.
right.
Sprite.
Vampire Diaries.
Nina Dobrev.
Wait,
What?
I mean it has to be her because that's like the only
Then she married what's his name?
she was in the seasons, but yeah, Vampire Diaries.
Nice.
She married the snowboarder.
Shaun White.
Brad Pitt, Eric Bana, and Orlando Bloom.
The Odyssey. No. Immortals?
Brad Pitt, Eric Bana, and Orlando Bloom? Is it?
I think it's Immortals.
Fire it off.
Yeah, sure.
I got nothing better.
Nope. Damn. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
It's all right. I think at World War Z was the
It's not
answer.
World War Z. It's based on the Iliad.
Her hair.
Oh,
She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day.
when I see your face.
Cause
It's
girl,
not
you're just
Dang.
the
Oh,
way you
just
are.
the way you are.
We got there.
When I see your face. You got to
No.
give them more than that.
Not just the way that you love me, just the way you are. Maybe it's not just the way you are.
Yeah,
I
there it
saw-
is. I saw it. Just the way you are.
Where do you see it?
Keep typing.
Just the
Way
way
you are. There it is.
Okay.
This is
I mean, it's one of the sisters. So search Bron. And I would
Yeah.
like to think that there's two options.
yep. But with that,
All right.
let's go. There's
Emily.
three.
Emily.
Do we like
Let's go with
Anne?
Emily.
Ellis to an Emily is such a classic move because then they
It's
can
gonna
do
be-
EB as their initials.
Sure.
I like Charlotte. Was it Emily?
It was.
Nice.
All right, let's just see if we can get this mashup.
All right.
I'm
We knew
Actually,
it was
no,
Tim
let's see if we
Allen.
can get the other one.
So my
um,
other guess was for this one was Reese Witherspoon,
oh,
but
I
feel
can
like
also
her-
see that.
I feel like her hair is more blonde, but I feel like she's got more of that pointy face.
Yeah, you're right. I
Is
like
there
that guess,
any
too.
way this is ScarJo?
So there is definitely a chance that it
It's
could
Scarlett?
be ScarJo as well.
If you thumb over the face, I'm getting ScarJo ears.
You're getting the Scargy ears.
I don't know.
Do we feel better that we can get the movie?
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what the movie is. So
Loosely based on Homer's The Iliad. So what's that about, Dave?
I mean, it does say an epic war film.
It is.
But I feel
this
like
is no. It's for sure. Well, Brad Pitt.
I know, and Brad Pitt's in World War Z, and that came out around 2004. If it's World War
Sure.
Z and you made fun of me,
Sure.
I'm gonna-
Well, what is The Iliad about?
I don't know. I've never read that.
Is that the one where he ends up banging his mom?
No, that's Oedipus.
Ah, same thing, kind of.
Oedipus, the Oedipus complex.
Who's Eric Bana?
He's in a lot of movies. He's in a lot of war movies.
Is Orlando Bloom in World War Z though?
I don't know.
I don't know who else is in that movie other than Brad Pitt. I never actually saw the film. I just remember seeing the previews for it.
I mean,
I have no clue.
Fire it.
fire it.
We know we're not getting it all.
We can't.
Wrong again.
All right. I feel like the celebrity was. I feel Reese
Reese?
Witherspoon. I think so.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I saw that too. But I also saw Emily Blunt. So
And then what was the movie?
Troy.
Troy.
I should have known that. Oh, I should have known that. That's what I was
Wow.
thinking of with Immortals. Gosh. It's my bad. It's my bad. I let the team down there. I should have known that answer.
That's all right. I didn't know anything hardly.
Eric Bana.
You've
This
seen
damn
him.
game gets us.
Dude's
I think
got
Eric
he's got
Bana.
a little face.
He's in American Sniper, I believe. Eric Bana. He's in that or Lone
is-
Survivor. One or the other.
He is in Lone Survivor.
That's the one. Yep.
Probably know him best for his work in The Time Traveler's Wife, though.
Love it. Well, there you go. Before we go off, it was just announced that Joaquin Buckley will be in that UFC fight in St. Louis.
Really?
He got in. Dana
Fucking-
White announced it tonight. So I'm going to not be able to go, and I'm disappointed as one of the bigger UFC fans in the friend group that I will be out of
What's
town
like-
when it comes to St. Louis.
What's the main card again? Derek
Lewis, yeah. Yep.
Did you watch his last fight, Dave?
Derek Lewis or Joaquin
The
Buckley?
300? 300?
Yeah, I watched the last one. Yeah.
Was it good? I didn't end up
Yeah,
watching.
dude, every fight was great, and there was a knockout as time expired,
it.
which was awesome.
Whoa,
Yeah, which was awesome.
that
So
seems wild.
it was pretty wild. Yeah. So UFC 300 was elite because all five fights on the card were all included somebody who had at one time been a champion.
That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I had to throw that in there.
Love it. Shout out Joaquin.
St. Louis, Marquette High School.
Marquette. What?
We want Bo?
Love
All right.
it. All
As
right.
always, that's Nightly Nonsense. See you.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
I'm at the time.
Oh, jeez.